Welcome to this demo of JSON Studio. Today I'll demo the Excel bridge functionality. It's an application that allows you to synchronize data between MongoDB and Excel spreadsheets. So the first thing I'll do is I'll log into the JSON Studio application. So I'll give it the location of my database, my MongoDB database. And I'll connect to the Tweets database. And once I'm in the studio, I'll go to the seller application from the word cell, and I'll pick my collection that I want to synchronize with Excel. In this case, it's the World Bank collection. Each document here describes a project being funded by the World Bank. And what I'm going to do simply is export all this data into Excel. So I click the export button, and I get a spreadsheet, and this spreadsheet describes the data that I have in MongoDB. So for example, the first thing that I want to do is I will change some data, and then I'll show you how to sync it back into MongoDB. So here there is a 2014, but right now it's a string. Suppose I want to turn it into a number, so I'll convert it to a number, and then I'll change this value to 2015. And then the next thing that I want to do is do something a little more complicated, or a little more functional. And what I'll want to do is create a new column and compute something with Excel formulas. So what I'll do is I'll take this column over here, which is how much money each project is funding. That's the grant amount. And suppose that I want not just the grant amount, but what is the percentage that each project makes up of the total amount that's being spent by the World Bank. So I'll create a new column over here, and I'll call it grant percentage, and I'll go down all the way to the bottom of the grant amount, and I'll create a sum. Okay, that's very simple in Excel. I'll create a sum, and then I'll create a formula that takes 100 times whatever the value is over here divided by the sum. And I'll make it into, I'll change this to absolute so I can copy paste it to the rest of the cells. And now I'll take this value and I'll paste it into the rest of the rows. And that's it. Now what I have, for example, if I look at this value over here, this means that this project in line 19 accounts for 3.85% of all the expenditures, at least in the project that I have in my collection. Okay, so now what I'll do is I'll close this. I'll go back to my collection, and what I want to do is sync it up into this collection. So I'll choose the spreadsheet, and I'll upload. And when it's done, what will happen here, it updated the document. So for example, 2014 is now a number. It's no longer a string. If I go to the next document down, where's the next document? Then this is the 2015 that I updated. And you'll see that in every one of these documents, in addition to the grant amount, we now have a grant percentage. Okay, so there's a grant percentage over here. For example, I can very easily look only at the grant percentage. If I just double-click this and run the query, then here we go, all the grant percentages that were computed within Excel. So this was a very short demo of the Excel bridge functionality within JSON Studio. JSON Studio is a suite of applications that opens up MongoDB and allows you to provide access to developers, QA, data scientists, analysts, and anybody else who needs to access data within MongoDB in a very simple, easy, and intuitive manner. Thank you, and goodbye.